Hello, everybody. I'm looking into the astrology report since this morning. Dive more deep into the energies. Happy Halloween. Happy All Saints Day. Happy Hallow Eve. And today is the day, but we don't have to do it this just today. Today it's the day that we're celebrating the harvest, the good, the bad. They happen through the year. And we thanks all the good and the bad spirits out there in the world. That's what it came out, the trick or threat. It has been very old holiday actually in the Orthodox. That was the time when it was to celebrate a prayer in the Orthodox Christianity that was celebrating prayer that was praising the both fallen angels and the good angels. And that was the day that understood that the balance it has to be made out. But later on, that holiday got attached to the nature. That was at a time that the balance after you picked up all the products, everything it's all set up, and what's left is the pumpkins, and that's what with the pumpkins, which is there more ones that actually hold on until this time, and some of the grapes, of course. We are celebrating at this holiday. Hopefully, for you guys, you're gonna have a great holiday. But the energies are talking different things. But the energies are energies. We talk about the energies every time, every day, all the time. The situations the way they are. We are in the Scorpio season, and the Scorpio season actually is going to be intensified today around midnight. So you, what are you going to do with it? You are you going to appreciate everything good, everything bad that happened, all the situations from within yourself, all the things that comes in from within you. Are you going to be doing this accountability and putting down the fruits of your year and so on and on. Hi, Josh. Thank you for coming in. Yeah, there has been a heavy energies. Last night, about like I got awakened up quite a few times. There was a strong energies in there, and we are feeling it this pile up. Mercury retrograde is good at this time, and it came in right in time because of with the energies that's coming through it. Some of the people that are going to have to look from within, but Mars is retrograde and could be a lot of learning lessons, could be a lot of situations that are coming in. Actually, I did discussed the energies for about 1 hour with one of my friends, Nick, for it, and we discussed them the more. But there is going to be this retrograde season. We're going to understand all these appreciations. Yeah, there is aggravations because you're aggravated of the things that not go the right way, the divine way also. And thank you, Josh. And yeah, this hopefully this gravitational report is going to help you to understand what it's coming in. If you moved within the, you learn these situations, they not apply to you. If you went into it and you learned this in the previous run, you're going to be okay. But right now, if you haven't learned, if you have the situations, that's what it comes and apply to you, a trick or threat. It is about, did you tricking? You're going to get it. Did you trick? It's going to get it. That's what the spirituality symbol of this. But it's kind of like a funny because it's matching with the current karmas that it is right now. Because during the Taurus season, we are actually begin to planning all the plans and everything in the Taurus season. That's the material world. And in the Scorpio season, we are harvesting what we planned. It is attaching to the astrology. That's what I want to be talking to you guys a little bit. So everything that is out there, people knew it as a gravitationally. That's how they organize some of the holidays around. So, where we're going to talk about today is I want you to look in the shadow, because that shadow from within you is going to show up its ugly head. It's going to come out and it's going to say what needs to be done, what you need to look at, and what the situations are going to be from within. So, what's going on in the sky, specifically with 7 o'clock? We are going to have the ascendant that is going to be at 2 degrees of Scorpio. That's going to be at 2 degrees together with Mercury. That is going to be these divine energies with Jupiter that is retrograde in Pisces. But later on, this aspect will be dropped down through the day, because Jupiter is says enough of the talking, enough of the communications, enough of the situations. That's how it goes. It's going down. Whatever it's going down, it's going down. No communications. There's going to be probably a lot of the people, they're going to be breaking communications, but it is about to break the communications, not about the other people. It is about, did you break the communications from within yourself? There's going to be a lot of misunderstandings of this energies. A lot of the people is going to be like, I don't want you, I don't need you, and so on and so on. But that is because the people, they're looking for external force that has to do something for them, compared to looking at from within and change from within. That's what the shadow work is. That's what the shadow is going to be coming out for. And a lot of you is going to feel this energy of like, I don't want to live, I don't want to live through this, it's too hard, it's too heavy, and so on. It's been too heavy because you put it away for a very long time. You may feel tired, you procrastinating, you may feel exhausted, and so on and so on, because these energies are crazy. Midheaven is at 8 degrees of Leo. We're talking about this energies of Leo, Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus. Tonight, actually, at midnight, this energy, all of a sudden between 11 p.m. and midnight, they're just going to be from 0 to 100, from 0 to hero. And they're going to be just intensified. They're going to be intensified specifically around 1 p.m. I'm sorry, 1 a.m. That's going to be in the next day. That's going to be in November 1st. We are going to have a lot of intensified energies coming in. You guys were warned about this. I just didn't know that this is when exactly it's going to be open, really, because lately the Sun and Venus didn't have an aspect for a little bit. Now they begin to opposing Uranus into the North Node. Now the square with the Moon, it's coming, but the Moon is going to be crossing to Aquarius, and it's going to be a tough square of all these 4 zodiac signs. So we talk about these energies, and it's here. Okay, so you have to deal with it. You have to look. If you haven't dealt with it, the situations may have to force your life, maybe forcing you to deal with it. At 8 o'clock, the midheaven is at 23 degrees, a beautiful divine message that that's what it is. It is what it is. That's coming from Pluto and Neptune. We had that divine energies when I was a Leo season. First of all, the sun went through it, and the moon went through there, and Venus came from there. You know this energies, and that energy was opposing Saturn. That is like the karma came in all over you, because Saturn is the karmic ruler. He's the teacher. He's the restrictor. He's like, it is what it is. He is kind of like the judge within the astrology, but he is the one that says, okay, you didn't learn by the bad way, you're gonna learn by the good. You didn't learn by the good way, you're gonna learn by the bad. So don't think he's the bad guy. His job is teaching. Okay, he's a learner, he's the restrictor, but that's what he does. So this energy is going to be filled for it. Some of you may be experiencing this opposition. You go against God, you go against the universe, you go against all these situations. That energy is going to begin to increase tremendously right now, because Mercury is going to come in and go on. Jupiter at this time, it is disconnecting this divine communications. It's kind of like enough is enough. I've talked already for that growth. You didn't grow, you didn't did the things. We're gonna dive in. We're gonna go dive in to the shadow. Let the learning in the shadow. What is behind the shadow is your soul. Let's go there. You're gonna feel this energy is gonna be increasing. At 9 o'clock, the midheaven is going to be at Virgo, organizing the situations, find the solutions for these oppositions of the authority and love versus the universe and the destiny, the karma. How you're going to be have to organize and team up with, but you're currently in opposition. Why? Why you're in oppositions with something that you have to deal with? It's from within you. You have to create this balance. If you learn to live this balance from within you, you will understand. Lilith is going to be very active, and currently Lilith and the moon, they're providing divine energy towards Lilith. That it's at 1 degrees and 10 minutes at Cancer, but it's the same energy as applies towards Mars, who is retrograde. He's been sitting there in the sky for past 2 days, and now when he begins to activate all these energies, he's going to begin to move a little bit. And basically, there is no planets around him that they can move him around. Everything is on the other side. We're talking about Venus, the Sun, and Mercury. They are kind of like there is no. That's what he's so much in retrograde and Gemini. He's going to be staying there until March. So this energy of Mars, get familiar with it. Okay, that is the war. That is the things that we are going to go through it. That is the spiritual warrior from within you. The ascendant is at 25 degrees, 50 minutes. Beautiful divine energy towards Mars. You're going to feel this fight within your warrior for being right and everything to be okay. And the warrior, there is the divine from within you. Those two warriors, they're going to come in and play in the today's energy. That's what trick or treat. It's going to be kind of like the proper words to be explained about this, but it's from within you. How are you going to feel from within? Past actions going to come back to you in the visions. That it's coming in from Neptune. Neptune is still retrograde in Pisces, and he is entwined with the ascendant. It's going to be like moments of deja vu's our situation that's going to be spent like 15-20 minutes during the hours, and you are going to feel this energy. You're going to deal with this energies later on within about we're talking about like around 2 o'clock in the afternoon, when the ascendant is going to be there with. So at 10 o'clock in the morning, the midheaven is at still at Virgo at 23 degrees, 39 minutes of Virgo. It is opposing Jupiter and Neptune. Like yesterday, it's going to square Mars. You're going to feel this intensity like maybe I should go and be the man and go say what I need to say and do what I need to do and so on. Maybe I can go file a report. Maybe I can go do this and that. And there is the other warrior. It's like, you know what? Leave it up to God. God knows what He's doing. Okay, there's going to be these things of organizing from within. There's going to be a beautiful energies coming because of these transformations from within to lift everything up to the divine. That is coming because Pluto and the moon. Pluto, the hidden god, the hidden situations of transformations. That is entwined with midheaven, but it's also sextile with Jupiter and Neptune, supporting these transformations. But also the divine energy towards Mars and Lilith are playing right now there. They are entwined with Mercury. You understand why did this happen? Communications, why that happened. Whatever that might happen in your life. If your life crumbled down, why did it crumble down? Look from within. If your life is okay, why is okay? Oh, because you did something. What else is you need to do, and so on. So at 11 o'clock in the morning, the midheaven is at 12 degrees at Libra. Divine energies with the North Node in Uranus. They're going to be beautiful energies there to maintain the balance. Balance within the forces from within you. The ascendant, though, it is opposing Mars and squares Neptune. That's what this is, to maintain the balance of, hey, I will go with the divine and see what happens. Let it be right there. Let the choices are made from the divine. Divine will teach him what choices. Divine will teach you what choices you need to make. But you have to look on your own self. If you're waiting on the choices from somebody else, they have to make the choice, not you. Your choice is from within. So there is gonna be a lot of this red pill, blue pill, and why did I took the red one? Maybe I should have took the blue pill situation. If you've been watching Matrix, and that energy is gonna come in more strong from within the next hour. The ascendant is gonna be at 3 degrees of Scorpio. That is opposing Lilith and Mars, but midheaven it's at the end of Libra. That is at 28 degrees of Libra. Beautiful trine there with Lilith, with Mars. Beautiful divine energies coming in from Jupiter. That Jupiter tells you, hey, that's what happens. Okay, you gravitate towards this, then that's what happened. You gravitate towards that, then that's happened. Learn from it. Made a balance from within. Midheaven, though, is going to square the moon and Pluto. Got to be very careful with this because anytime the moon is squaring midheaven, that is this emotions of intensity of that's it from within you, because the emotions creates the energy. What is your emotions is crucial at this time. You may be looking at also situations within mothering, mother issues, and so on and so on from within. That energy is so intensified because together, midheaven, Mercury, the Sun, and Venus, they're all squaring Neptune and the Moon. That's what the beginning of rising of this energy. It's coming through the day. At 1 o'clock, you're going to feel this energy very more intense because midheaven was at 13 degrees 35 minutes within Scorpio, opposing the North Node at 13 degrees 25 minutes in Taurus. So also it's opposing Uranus that it's still at 17 degrees 16 minutes in Taurus. So all those energies intensified right now. They are increasing. They are going up. Be mindful about your changes. Be mindful for your lessons. Be mindful for your actions. Be mindful for how and you communicate with people, because during the Scorpio seasons, there's going to be a lot of inappropriate language, maybe inappropriate jokes, but that's the way of Scorpio is to push your buttons in very different ways from within you. So don't take anything personally. Use the Q-tip. Quit taking it personally. That's what Q-tip stands for. It. Okay, in the short term, the ascendant is at Capricorn. That is a divine energies right now. It's going to be kicked in towards Lilith and Mars. That is the divine energy, the divine actions that you are needed to do. You're going to deal with these divine actions much later on. Within that's going to be around 7 o'clock and the afternoon. But you only have a glimpses of what you're going to deal like a 5-6 hours before the actual actions. The actual actions happens when midheaven it's kick in within the gravity field. The first you're gonna see what you're gonna play with, what energies are you gonna play, what energies you're gonna gravitate towards you. Okay, so at 2 p.m. Midheaven is gonna be at 28 degrees of Scorpio. You're gonna feel the positiveness of this Scorpio's energy. You're gonna feel when they get off of this, when I get out of this intense energies, how feel good you are going to feel, how you went through all these situations from within yourself. It is a beautiful divine energies with Mars. You need to understand Mars is the spiritual warrior. He's the one who actually does the inner work from within you. That is it, the warrior who fights from within your world for the better version of yourself. So there's going to be a divine energies that comes in, and when the Sun and Venus that go around this degrees, that's going to be, we're talking about like give it a take like a 10 days for it. You're going to begin to feel it within a 10 days, 14 days, like a 2 weeks from now. You're going to feel this positiveness more and more. But from now on till the next 2 weeks, experiencing to do this inner work from within. Pluto is also sending the divine energy towards Lilith and Mars, and there is a yacht that point out that this is what you need to do. You're fighting the twins from within, and you have to unite the twins from within. That's what the Geminis work. And the lesson of Mars is no more duality, one constant decisions form within you. So at 3 p.m., the midheaven is at 12 degrees. That is going to be divine expression towards the universe. That could be a little rough for some of you. That is a when you go down on your knees and you pray God, but that's also when a God sends you its blessings. So it depends of what the situation is. Midheaven doesn't have any other aspect currently. It's only that was the aspect in there at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. However, the ascendant is at 28 degrees of Aquarius. There is a beautiful trine with Mercury, and there is a beautiful trine with Mars. That is about the divine warriors, communications, taking a new road, taking a new leap from within you. You have to rebel against the one to another. Okay? So be mindful when you destroy your demons from within you, not to build new demons. You're about to transform your demons to angels. That's what the lesson is. So at 4 p.m., oh, hi, Erica. Thank you. Thank you for joining in. Sorry, didn't look at it because it's another screen right here. I just look at the charts. Thank you for coming in. So at 4 p.m., the ascendant is together with Neptune. There is a retrograde motion, and that is about returning to the past visions, what happened. But the past is 2 seconds ago, all the way out into the creations of time. That's what the past means. So a lot of you may see a visions, may see a clarity from the past. That is it connecting with Uranus within the universe created. What you need to know for the past, go back into the past. And we were talking and discussing yesterday in my spiritual talks, we talk about this stuck in the past because people went through our regressions and they stuck into the regression mode. They stuck on 1, 2, 3 timelines before that. And they are because I did this in my past life, I can't move on in my current. I have to do the things in the past. You can't fix the things in the past. They are past. Do something. It has something to do with the present. You only get in the glimpses of the past. They're coming to you in your conscious to create the situations to tell you, you see what you did there? You messed it up. Now you have to do something else so you cannot mess it up. That's what the visions will be. That's what the feel like a guilty conscious, guilty situations or things they are from within. And the ascendant is going to tell you, you're going to deal with these energies. Midheaven is at 26 degrees. It's going to be intensified the energy because it's squaring the ascendant and Neptune, and it's squaring Jupiter, but at the same time it is opposing Mars. You're going to feel this like, I don't need all this, I don't need all that. Why did I? The warrior doesn't like the bad news. The warrior wants to know, I win the battle. But If the battle is within you, you have to win from within. Don't fight other people so you can satisfy your ego or so on and so on. The battle is from within, facing your giants, your demons from within you. For it. Yeah, there is a lot of grieving energy because of the past. There is a lot of grief goes on because a lot of the people mess it up, and that's what the grief is. I have a lot, some people who connecting to me. It's like, what should I do for my past? How can I overcome this? How can I overcome that? You need to understand if you don't forgive yourself, nobody can forgive you either, including the divine. So the divine is going to be leading you a different journey for all these transgressions. If you did a transgressions on a physical level without you being awakened spiritually, you're pretty much safe in there because you have to do later on just the things in the physical. If you mess it up things with physical and an energy in there for it, then you have to fix the physical and the energy. If you did physical energy and emotions, then you have to deal with the physical energy and the emotions. But if you messed up with all this, including in the divine tent, that is a different road. We're talking about it all depends what did you did in the past. I mean, how you were. That's what that says. That people who doesn't know spirituality, they haven't been awakened. That's okay. But when you awaken and you do things, then that is not okay. Things are a little different. And there, you have to learn how to forgive yourself, but change your perspective, your actions in there. So at 5 o'clock, that energy is going to be begin to be intensified. But midheaven is going to help you with this understanding because midheaven actually it is sextile with the Venus and the Sun. That is the authority of the love. That is the father figure, the daughter figure within, and it is a trining with Uranus in the North Node. So the soul is going to have to do the work because it's in a Capricorn. Okay, so that's what when it's in Virgo, midheaven is either in Virgo. First of all, you're looking at this way to organize the situations. But when the midheaven comes into a Capricorn, you have to do it. That's what it is. Try to tell a Capricorn they didn't did a good job or they are something about job. He will understand what Capricorn is. Or try to tell a Capricorn that you did a good job and they see right in their face that you didn't. Oh, God bless your soul if you're right there. If you're in a compassionate Capricorn, they're just going to tell you know what, thank you, but no thank you. But if you are in one of those fiery Capricorns, oh yeah, you know what I'm talking about. You have to be a professional within your own selves, and some of the situation will comes in. So at 6 o'clock, that energy we just talk about it. It's coming. Right now, midheaven is together with Pluto, intensify the squaring with Venus, the Sun, and Mercury. Communications, you don't want to talk about it. Authority, you tired of authority about love. Don't even mention the word love. Some of you may be going to feel like the love doesn't exist anymore. Kind of like everything is just the world collapsed and there is no love and there is no point of living this world and so on and so on. But you have to understand you're living here in the world to learn and experience because right now it is demolishing about the love that you presented in the face of your false mask by using your shadow. That is the love that's dying right now. The false love, the false time when you say I love you, the false time when you express feelings, the false time when you get into it. That's what the grief is coming. But that is going to be the way that you're going to find the true love from within. That is the lesson of the Scorpio season, guys. All right. The moon is going to help you with this. The moon is going to help you. The midheaven and the moon and Pluto, they are the divine energies towards Lilith and Mars. The spiritual warrior says that's what you need to do. You remove the fakeness. Now you're hurt because you lie in love and you find that you're truly in love when you lied on it. Or have you lied previously people, which is Neptune is going to give you a vision. So it's like, hey, they lied to you about love, but did you lie about love before? Now it's payback time. You understand the pain you caused to others. That's what that karma is working right now. That's what the karma is working at right now, and it will be coming up and hunt you down. Karma is a bitch, and karma is not escape from it. You can't escape from it. So at 7 p.m., um, yes, Josh, yeah, it's the energy. We're reading the energies, and thank you for your confirmations here. For it, wish that more people can understand what's going on, but most people are focused of what they have to gain, what's going on in the material world, why their life is miserable. Instead of finding the solution, they stay in the problems. But staying in the problems and to see the problems from a different, higher point of view, it will take what? It will take a divine warrior. If you're not a divine warrior, you have to become the divine warrior. That's what the Mars will do. So at 7 p.m., midheaven is at 8 degrees of Aquarius, rebellion time. Yes, that's what this is connecting to it. You have to rebel. You have to upgrade yourself. You have to look from within you. You have to stop with the things that it goes on, because this heaven is this false mask, this authority, this false talk that was done, because that's a Mercury, the Sun, and Venus. They have no positive aspect except Mercury. Mercury has trines with Lilith and Mars. But when he keeps on going and so on, he's going to be kind of like dropping off in the next day or two. And there's going to be some mostly going to be intensified energy from those three planets. So be careful in the next period of 2 weeks. How you communicate, how you rewrite your authority, and how you are looking at the things for love. Very carefully, okay? Very carefully. The ascendant is in Gemini. It is supporting uh, these changes, these transformations from within. It helps you to transform within this rebellion emotion from within you. This is like you take the life within your own hands. Enough is enough. I'm taking myself in my hands. Okay? And a midheaven is going to be there. So there is a very negative energies, but there is also a positiveness that it's coming towards you. It's coming, that rebellion. You to trust the age of Aquarius. So at 8 p.m., the ascendant is at 18 degrees, 46 minutes in Gemini. It's going to be squaring Neptune, and 10 it's going to be in the next hour. It's going to be coming together with Lilith. It's going to be squaring Jupiter as well. But the ascendant is a trine with the midheaven and Saturn. You are going to experiencing these transitions of the two opposite sides from within. The warrior that wants to fight for the money, for all these situations, and the warrior for your conscious, from your soul, and understanding how the things are within the divine order. That's gonna comes in. You're gonna be dealing with this. You are gonna be looking at this new way. How? Midheaven, it's at 24 degrees and it's trining Mars. That how it's going to be, all this energy. And at 9 o'clock, as I said, the ascendant is together with Lilith. Ascendant is at 3 degrees of Cancer. Lilith is at 1 degrees 45 minutes. She's in direct motion. She stood a little bit because she was a retrograde for it. Just so you guys know, astrology wise, there is a two Liliths, true Lilith and the mean Lilith. They're kind of like a few degrees apart into it, but I personally use true Lilith. That is it, the true oppositions within this. So the moon already moved to 5 degrees of Aquarius. There is the divine energy towards ascendant and the Lilith. You're going to be looking at that Lilith situations from within yourself. That is the shadow. Beautiful trines from Lilith into the ascendant towards Venus, towards the Sun, towards Mercury, because the ascendant is there. Midheaven is in Pisces. So beautiful trines toward Mercury, towards the Sun and Venus. This is going to be like you're going to go through hell, but it's a beautiful emotions. It's emotions that you need to understand. Emotions are the energies that you have to gain from within, because everything it is in the water signs. That is the MC, that midheaven, that is the work that you're doing right now. That is in Pisces. The two Pisces, the two fishes there from within. The Pisces that present you this beautiful small fish that it loves to play with you, or the shark that it's down below underneath the surface that you don't see again, just comes in at any time or point of life. That's what you understand. You understand the good and the bad at the same time. And we have the things within Scorpio, that is the material possessions, how we're dealing it with others, how honest we are. We are proving our honesty, or we're proving our lies. That's what this Scorpio energy is. And don't lie to Scorpio, or people who have Scorpios in their chart. They know how to lie, but they also know very well how they've been lied to. And you're going to look into those issues from within. And the ascendant and Lilith are in Cancer family. That's what they said. Don't lie in the family, because the family will lie to you. Simple as that. A lot of work, a lot of intensified work. So at 10 o'clock, the ascendant is at 16 degrees of Cancer. That is the family time. Beautiful, if you ask me, about the trick-or-treating and so on, and go out and have this family time situations within the holiday. There is a beautiful energy, but there is a intense energies that also playing from within. The moon right now, it is squaring everything in Scorpio. It squares Mercury, it squares Mars. It squares the Sun and Venus. So be careful how you have this talk authority from within you, because the moon, it is coming in to put that energy intensified right now. That is going to come in. It's piled that up. Okay. Saturn is also squaring in there. So there is a opposition from Uranus in the North Node. So be mindful what you're doing in this time of the hour. Okay. So at 11 o'clock, you're going to be experiencing how the intensified energy is rising up. Now it's from 0 to 50. The ascendant is at 28 degrees, 13 minutes. It is opposing Pluto, and it's opposing the moon. That energy of the moon from the previous hour now is going to shows up. And if you had intense emotions, intense energies, you might be going to be willing to express this. But this is when the rebel is completely pissed off. This is going to be the rebel that it's aggravated. But what are you protecting from within you? The rebel that wants the truth that comes out, or the rebel who wants to become the truth from within? You need to look at that issues more deeply, and it's going to be triggered with that point. The ascendant, it is squaring Mercury, so please be mindful with your tongue, how you're talking, how you communicate. You need to understand you communicate with your voice, with your energy, with your gravitations, with your eyes. Okay, so be mindful with what is going on. Midheaven is together with Chiron. an Aries, that is going to be, I'm going to have to heal all this, because that is the divine energy at this time that's going to be coming in very strongly from it in you. Take a look, heal all this shadow from it in your own self. And I'm giving you the what's happening at midnight. The ascendant is at 10 degrees of Leo. The energies are very intensified. If you've seen the charts, I post them in the Facebook. If you don't know how to get on the Facebook, go to the banner, and there is a two links buttons. One it's a Facebook, the other one it's PayPal. But if you go to the about, you see the Facebook. You click there, you'll see the charts are in the Facebook. In there, you can see how for all this day, all of a sudden the energy just changed from 0 to 100. Okay, we have a midheaven that it's in 28 degrees 36 minutes. That it's just about to approach Taurus. There is the oppositions with the Venus, with the Sun, with Mercury, a lot of intensify energy communications and so on. Uranus, the North Node, they are opposing all this. The Moon and Saturn are squarings in there, and the Ascendant that is in Leo creates this squaring. So this is going to be exactly at midnight that the energy actually of Scorpio season that we talk about the inner work, it will be open. You're gonna feel intensity. Even some of the people is gonna be, I can't put up with this crap, but you do. You have to go through, walk through the hell to get to the paradise. If your vision is a sin of paradise, otherwise you're gonna be staying within there and deal with this intensified energies from within you for a very long time. Okay, we're gonna have some another situations later on. That is gonna be when we have the Aquarius season. In the Aquarius season, that is gonna be when the rebellion is gonna take a work from within you. So now I can take some questions, guys. I know it's kind of like I watched this and I'm like, do you really gonna be open at midnight? And Halloween Eve was like, come on, it's been a consequence of that much. And that's when I talked to Nick for a while. I was just like, ooh. Mm. So, esoterically wise, that is about that you need to appreciate everything from within you, good, the bad, and the ugly. Okay, that's what this is from within you. But you have to look inside of you about your shadow, because some of the things, the shadow is going to come out and show up its ugly head from within you. It's about your inner work, guys. Let's be more serious, because it's a serious thing. People who doesn't like this, who doesn't get into this for it, that is their issues. Okay, everyone has their choice, what they're going to do with their choices from within itself. But yes, it's gonna be beginning of the Scorpio season. And if you guys need some help, I'm here. I can help you. Let's look at the energies, look at the situations. You guys know what's cooking, what's going on. We've been talking a while about this, and now it's here. Now we have to deal with it. Now we have to be compassionate towards ourselves. Now we have to understand the changes that we need to do. And yes, the false masks are crumbling. But exactly, and the Halloween, what do? We put in a costumes, we put in a face mask to remind us that what we are from within. Maybe a lot of the people can be related to the face mask they put in, because that's what it's in their internal world. You see in Halloween there is some fairies, there is some wizards, but you see also an other side. You know, there is a these vampires and these witches and these ugly faces and so on. And you probably see the kids when they comes in. They're the superheroes. They are this tooth fairy. They are Tinkerbell and so on. But they also can't be for it. You guys, everything gets correlated if you look at it within a deep things from within you. But And actually, what's going on? It's gravitations. You gravitate, you show up of what the things are in there. Uh, yeah, you will be feel like a false and a face mask for it, because if you look at the holiday, it is about the kids and the candy and so on. But it is about actually you to sit down within yourself, you to appreciate all the good and the bad spirits in the spiritual world, and you to see what is from within you. Who do you serve? What is the authority? And how it can make things better from within you. That was the actual holiday, which is All Saints. There is supposed to be a prayer. You're supposed to go to a church. You're supposed to be reevaluating your own self during this. And you have to trick yourself. That's mean for it, or treat yourself. So if you're tricking yourself, you're lying to yourself, you're still going to have the face mask. But if you realizing things, you're treating yourself good to your own self. So here is trick or treat. All right, guys. So thank you for watching the report. Thank you for the likes and so on. If you guys have so many questions, I'm here for you. If not, we can share the love and the light, and we're going to talk about in the main channel healing the lack of desire to live. That was by Mr. Detective, and there it's George. Oh, you're welcome, Josh. Hopefully everything is okay within. I know that the people who went to the new road, we actually experiencing that hell during the Taurus season. That's where the change began with the Taurus season that we had at the beginning of the year. When the Leo season comes in, we finish some of the work. Now we see what we did in the new cycle, the trick or treat yourself, and all it's going to end with in the Aquarius season, where we are going to facing Saturn, which is the teacher. He's going to give us fail, or here's your diploma, one or the other. So you are either going to pass the exam or you're going to fail the exam. And you are rebel to the bones. You comes in, welcome to the age of Aquarius, or you are going to be staying in there and repeating the cycle that we are going through it, because the cycle is going to be repeat next year, but it's going to be different. It's not going to be the same. It's very special times right now. Very special, precious times, guys. Oh, Lisa, thank you. Thank you for sharing the love. Erica, thank you for sharing the love. Let me share the love with you guys. And I will see you later on at 4 p.m. Be love, guys.